All right, here we go. Again, we're trying to get through as much as we can. Last class we had like 5 homework problems. All right, because we didn't get through. All right. Now, if you can reduce fractions, then you can multiply and divide fractions. All right, it's really, really simple. Really simple. So everybody take a look at number 2. First step is just put an equal sign. And then draw another fraction bar. All right, now obviously you should look at the numbers first, and we try to reduce the numbers. So just to make sure, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 10 5 times, 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. And now you're just taking care of the numbers. So now 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 5 is 5. Anybody have any problems with those fractions right there? All right, you're right. It's really simple. All right. Now what you're doing is you're looking at the variables. All right. So I have 3 here and 1 here, which totals how many? 4. All right. Do I have any x's on the bottom? No. So you leave x to the 4th on the top. Then I'm looking at the z's. All right. I have how many z's on the top? Uh-oh. Let's do y next. How many y's on the top? How many on the bottom? 5. So that leaves me with 4 on the bottom. Now you're looking at the z's, and you're saying that I have how many on the top? How many on the bottom? So that leaves me with a z on the top. Now, as I was telling my other class, I wish you would ask me if you're not sure about something right off the bat. All right. What, Alden?
So my first question is, how does difference become?
I reduced the fractions, Alden. There's a 6 and a 10 on the other side. You have to think back to like 4th grade when you first started doing fractions and multiplying fractions. You're able to cross reduce. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, 1, 5. What, Oscar? You're an expert at fractions.
Why did you add the 2?
Oscar, where are the x's at? How many x's are on the top? I don't know what you're asking me. You're multiplying x cubed times x. What is x cubed times x? There you go. All right, here we go. Now, everybody take a look at number 4. Again, all you do is put an equal sign, fraction bar. 2 and 6 reduces to 1 and 3. Now you can look at the 3 and the 12. 4. So the numbers is just what? 4 over 3. All right, now we're calculating the x's. How many x's on the top? Are there any on the bottom? So that leaves me with 3 on the top. How many y's on the bottom? Or on the top and the bottom? So that leaves me with where? Y squared on the bottom.
1 z on top.
And then a z on the top. Double check and make sure you're good. I don't think that's that too bad. All right, here we go. Again, we're just reducing the numbers first. 1, 5, 1, 3. So I'm left with what? 3/5. And once again, how many x's on the top? What am I doing with the y's? 3 on the bottom and z on the top. All right, now for question number 8 now. Now it's just a bunch of what? Factoring. Factor, factor, factor. That's the name of the game. All right, a bunch of factor. So top left, what does that factor to? It's probably going to have a what in it? Yeah. A-7 and A-3. Any issues with that? And then A² plus A-12. A plus 4, A-3. Now, generally what I like to do is I like to say, okay, I factored that, I factored that. Now, does everybody agree A-3 squared is the same as just A-3 times A-3? You don't have to write it there, but I just want to make that clear. Now what we're going to do is, what happens to the A-7s? This A-3, that A-3, then this A-3, and this A-3. So after all that, the answer is just what? A plus 4. Hey, can you turn that down, Jack? It's so loud. Can you turn that air thing down? All right, does anybody have any questions now on number 8? Anybody have any issues with number 8? All right, here we go. So now we're factoring A² minus 6A plus 9. What does that factor to? Say it again. Thank you. Top right, what does that factor to?
-3 plus 6.
Somebody help him, please. Thank you. A-3, A plus 6. That's what I have, isn't it?
Oh, my bad.
Now, from there, does everybody agree that the A-3 squared, right? These guys are just gone. Does everybody agree with that? And then again, there's another A-3. So the final answer after all this is just what? Nothing to it. All right, let's check out 12. Now we're back to what we were doing before. Looks to me like the only thing that can reduce here is the 5 becomes a 1 and the 10 becomes a
2.
So then just do the numbers. So I have what? 7/6. That's how easy. Okay. Now how many A's on the top? And then how many on the bottom? So all together that gives me A² where? Right. And then of course we're looking at B³ and B to the 7th. So that'll leave me with what? B to the 4th on the bottom. All right. Again, now's the time. Please speak up if you're not sure. We're getting further down the page. It's supposed to get a little bit harder. Anybody have any issues? Factor, factor, reduce. All right, so here we go. Let's check out 14. All right, now, if you look down here, what's common? Always look for GCFs, right?
T or
Common 4, thank you. And what's left?
T minus two.
Beautiful. All right, and on the top right, there's a common 6, which leaves me with T minus 2. Then, of course, these guys can cross out. Now, to me, still personally, I think it's best to look at the numbers. All right, so what do I mean by that? I'm looking at 4 becomes a 2, 6 becomes a 3, 5 becomes a 1, 10 becomes a 2. That leaves me 3 over 4. Now I notice there's T cubed and T, which leaves me with what? T squared. And then, of course, what happens to T minus 2 and T minus 2? Yeah, I just don't think that's that bad. All right. Anybody? All right, let's move on. 16. All right. So m squared minus n squared. Everybody should be able to look at that and just say, obviously, that's m plus n and m minus n. Now let's look at what's common. 4. So what's left? M plus n. All right, now we just want to start crossing things out. M plus n, m plus n, m minus n, m minus n. Equals fraction bar, what? That's it, m plus n over 4. Anybody? It is simple. All right, here we go. On 18, a bunch of factoring, which is annoying. All right, so here we go. Number 18, someone speak up.
Y plus 5, y plus 5.
Thank you very much. Y plus 5, y plus 5. Now on the bottom, it's what?
What I think.
Y
Y minus 3,
And
y plus 3.
plus three.
yes. Alden, are you okay? Did you say something? All right, now what's common on the top right? So you're left with,
Y squared. Wait, that's
what is it?
Y plus three.
y.
Y plus three.
Mhm. Now it's just you going through carefully crossing things out. All right. Y plus 5, y plus 3. Everybody okay with that?
It's the y plus 5.
What do you, Alden?
There's 3 y plus 5, sir.
What?
3 y plus 5? No, wait, oh, no.
I'm crossing out y plus 5 and y plus 5. What would you like me to do now? Shh, just let me answer his question.
There's 3.
What does that mean? There's 3s.
3 y plus 5.
Okay, so what would you like me to do?
Cross out all 3.
I can't cross out all 3. Because there's one on the top and one on the bottom. We cross them out together. So now equals what's left on the top? Y times y plus 5.
Over y minus three.
Thank you. That is the correct answer. All right, here we go on 20 now. X squared minus 6x plus 9. Now on the bottom left, 12 minus 4x, what does that factor to? 4 and then,
3 minus x.
now this one's kind of annoying, the top right, what's common?
X to the fourth.
So I'm gonna put x to the fourth and what's left behind. Now, why is that a little bit more annoying? Because you have to factor out now the x squared minus 9. All right. So it's x to the fourth, x plus 3, x minus 3. Is everybody okay with that? And then what's common in the bottom right? X squared, and I'm left with x minus 3. Agreed. All right, now, for me personally, I used to like to just write one giant fraction bar. Are there any numbers? Isn't there a 4 on the bottom? So there's a 4 on the bottom, right? Then I look at just what's left here. Where's that? Where's the x squared? On the top. All right, now let's start crossing out. So from there, this x minus 3, this x minus 3. Uh-oh. 3 minus x and x minus 3, what does that cancel out to? -1. So I put a negative in the front. And what's left on the top? Okay, I do think that's kind of tricky. So now just make sure you're good with that. Anybody have any issue with that? All right, so let's take a look at 22.
Couldn't the minus and plus 3s just cancel each other out at the top?
You can't cancel out in the numerators. And plus 3 and minus 3 aren't the same, so you can't cancel them out anyway.
Oh,
All right, so on 22, y squared minus 10y plus 9, what does that factor to? Right. Y minus 9, y minus 1. The bottom is what? Say it again. Y minus 1 and y plus 1. So now the bottom right. Factors of 36 that make y minus what? And y plus 4. Now we just say what can cross out. Thank you. What else? So what are we left with? Nope. What are we left with, someone?
1 and over y plus 1.
Thank you. 1 over y plus 1. I don't think that's so bad. Any questions? All right, now next one we're just going to do probably what? Now, why is division just as easy? Because division changes to what?
Oh.
Right. Change division to what? And then we do the reciprocal. So please look at that. Anybody have any questions? Division becomes multiplication, and then you just do the reciprocal. And now it's just like before, all right? It's just like before, so now we just cross things out. All right. So there aren't any numbers, so we just put an equal sign. And then we say how many R's on the top?
2.
3. How many on the bottom?
Well, I'm at
1.
2.
So altogether, R squared on the top. Then you're looking at S's. How many on the top? How many on the bottom? 3. So that leaves me with 2 on the bottom. And then how many T's do we have on the top? 3 on the top. And 1 on the bottom, which leaves me with what? T squared. All right, that's all there is to it. Division and multiplication are exactly the same. Just one more step. All right. So here we go. For number 32, equals u to the 5th x, y to the 4th ux squared. Does everybody see what I did? I just flip it and make a fraction, make one big fraction. Equals. So now you're just collecting how many u's at the top and how many at the bottom. Right, so then we're left with u to the 4th. Where at? Exactly. Now I'm looking at the x's. So that leaves me with a what? X on the bottom. Then I'm looking at the y's. Yep, y to the 3rd on top. Everybody good? All right, let's check out 34. Now 34 is just really super annoying, but not hard. All right, so take my word for it. I just want to draw one giant fraction bar. Now I need to factor that. 2 sets of parentheses. Three x and x. 1 and 1, both positive. Anybody have any issue with that? Okay, we did that one. Now let's do this one. All right, same principle, 2 sets of parentheses, 3x and x. Now I'm trying to make -5, 2, 1. That makes 6 and 1. So it'll be -5 if it's -2 and +1. Everybody okay with that? Now, quickly tell me, where do these factors go? On the bottom. All right, goes on the bottom. So again, 2 sets of parentheses, x, x, -3, +1. Everybody okay with that? Remember, it's division, so we're multiplying by the reciprocal. So the x squared minus 2x minus 3 is technically on the bottom. Now, on the top, right? What is common here? Somebody help me. There's a -5. So I need everybody to put parentheses, -5. And then that becomes x squared minus 5x plus 6. Anybody have any problems with that? Anybody? Okay, so now what can we do with this x squared minus 5x plus 6 though? Yeah, all right, which that's why it's a little bit more annoying. So I'm going to factor that into what? Yes, -3 and -2. All right, and notice, does this belong here anymore? No. Now it's easier for me to see. Do I need parentheses around the -5? The answer would be yes, because I don't want you to think it's -5, it's being multiplied. All right. So now we go and we're trying to cross things out. Do we agree? 3x plus 1. This x plus 1 here and this way over here, x plus 1 can cancel. X minus 2s. X minus 3s. So after all that, it's just a -5.
Aw. Could you look at that?
Well, I can, but most people cannot.
There are only so many.
There's only what?
There's only one you.
Yes, thank goodness. I understand what you're thinking.
You, every problem on earth will be solved.
No.
We can solve them.
There's still kids in the world, so all the problems couldn't be solved.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. All right, here we go.
You know what? We need to have you run for like mayor or something.
Okay.
No.
No, you would not like
No, you
that.
don't. No, you don't, Jack.
Here we go. 36.
Mandatory math.
Change
He knows to
division to multiplication. 30 over. What do we got?
Y. Yeah. Y, and then 2 and 6.
What kind of 2 and what kind of 6?
Positive 6, -2.
Positive 6, -2
I'm a genius.
I want to go that.
times. Now, why did I put the y minus 2 and the 6y? Thank you for the explanation. Multiply by the reciprocal. You're multiplying by the reciprocal. All right, so y minus 2, y minus 2. Now, the next thing we want to look at carefully, that becomes a 5, becomes a 1.
So we end up with 30 over.
We end up with what?
5 over 6 plus 1.
30. Wait, that.
Yes, genius, thank you.
Why is that allowed? That's illegal.
Anybody have any questions with that?
It's 6y. Why are we allowed?
I
to do
reduced
that?
the 6 and the 30. 6 goes into 6 once. 6
Right.
goes into 35 times.
Right, but it's a 6y. So how are we allowed to?
Because it's held together by multiplication.
Oh,
All right, things held together by multiplication can be reduced.
you're weak.
All right, here we go, 38. So again, giant fraction bar. Top left is going to be what?
Evil x.
Come on, tell me guys, x what?
X and x.
X what? And then? Any issues with that? The denominator. Let's say it correctly. X plus 2, x plus 2. Now what goes in the numerator up here? Right? So what is it, Oscar? Say it correctly. X plus 2 and x minus 7. And then the denominator. Thank you. X minus 7 times x plus 7. Now it's just a matter of what can you cross out?
Indeed.
Calling it, the answer's 4.
Well, you call it. And you need -4?
Final answer.
There was 4 in it, so technically it was
X minus, it's gonna be X minus.
All right. Everybody okay with that?
I'm not seeing 4. There's a 4. Oh, that looks like a swastika. That's not good.
All right. Number 40, please try number 40. All right, let's see if you get it right. All right. Everybody's try 40, give you 30 seconds.
I'm a genius. Wow, I see it's so high, it can't even be counted.
Just stop. Right. Now again, just reducing. Anybody have any questions? 6x to the 4th, y to the 7th. Anybody?
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, here we go. 42. All right, again, giant fraction bar. So for the first fraction, what's common? Come on, let's go, guys. Trying to get done.
This is X.
Then x plus 2, x to the 8th. And what goes on the top? Goes on the bottom. All right, that's not hard. Fraction bar. X plus 2s are gone. 6 over x to the 5th. Nothing to it. All right, let's go on. All right, 44. Here we go. Take a look at this, please. Giant fraction bar. X squared minus 4 becomes
Evil.
x minus 2, x plus 2. Multiplying by the reciprocal. So the x plus 4 goes up top. Now what's common? X to the 4th, thank you. And what's left? X minus 2. Okay, so here we go. Everybody agree with that? Nothing else cancels. Anybody have any questions with that? Everything's good? All right, here we go. 46. All right, the first fraction, top left is what? You okay with that? Bottom left is what? And then top right, bottom right. There you have it. Now let's cross out. Final answer. All right, I'm totally good with that. All right, now while I'm posting the video, listen, just to keep you honest, you have how many problems? 3. Please, guys, when you come into classroom tomorrow, I'm just going to say, show me your 3 problems. All right. And we still have 3 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever. Some of you might be quick enough to get them done. All right, that's all I'm asking. All right, keep you honest. I want those 3 problems done.
Interesting.